And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, and they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Quarterback moving. The throw. With the catch, it's Brown. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. There are bitter disappointments in life, and this would be one of them. If you have to try a field goal after getting the ball and touchdown, Bama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Pulls it in. It's Bennett. And the ball squirted out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Wide open spaces.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers. And he did everything right except for getting the end zone. Got it inside the 5-yard line. Now set up the offense for great field position.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Forced out of the pocket. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's It's Harbor there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job of reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fakes to grab.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
And the Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Looking for the score. Got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Using his feet. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
It's a running room. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, it's Russell. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
He unleashes a long one. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some battle.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Defense had to have it. You've got to get off the field quickly and give it back to your offense. When you're trailing by this many points, you can't be on the field long and allow the opponent to bleed the clock. So really nice job up front, winning, getting home, getting the sack, now setting up 4th down. Now let's see if their offense can start chipping away at this lead.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To throw, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Got it downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Made a defender miss. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen in line.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Number 69, set to kick off.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He'll do it himself. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the...
Wide open, he makes the catch. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Williams. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
14, South Carolina, 7.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get into your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll go with a direct snap. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the...
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rush is on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Fires toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Trying play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates, first drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the running back. He's loose. Really good job by him. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive... After deciding to bring it out. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's going to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late. What a great job to take control of this game, and the offense, they've got it moving now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Miller with the ball. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the grab. It's Hale. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low-line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To the air, it's Manning. Buying some time as he moves left. Heaves it deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. At the 45 on his way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give from the gun. Turning on the Jets. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Hale. There he goes. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man. It's Manning. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to run it. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. To the air on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion.
Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Alabama 21.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
This one, Texas.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Snagged in the middle, it's Cuevas. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. All out of space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's all down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum, get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Here's the handoff. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Time to take a shot. Reels it in on the left side. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. To the air. It's Manning. Steps away to find some room. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Off play action. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Dances away. Throwing on the run. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Texas! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Russell. Hauls it in. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Hale. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Hale.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Just keep slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Russell. Tight end finds a soft spot, and the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They're setting up the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Field goal is good. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Timeout call by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's still running after the move. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take... the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. What a nice... defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Now improvising. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And that one falls incomplete, a huge stand by the defense.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling.
Turning it on! They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. you got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he got loose. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. Second down coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Turns it loose deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's when the offense will set up shop. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Russell. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Running free. It's a seam walk. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No one. A return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Power football with the run. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when Mike...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Russell. Moving out of the pocket. Caught near the sticks, it's Young. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown time!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea.
Wide open spaces. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Takes a handoff. It's Cobb. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll run it on first and goal. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Now the toss. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. away first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Russell. He wants to take the top off. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Cobb. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Throwing right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Makes the catch. It's Coleman. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll run for it. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Pulls it in. It's Coleman. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. He'll try it again. It's a running room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Running to the left. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Handoff to the single running back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, better look out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense calls time. timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the...
Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Russell. Fires deep toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. All of that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that moment.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Moving away from pressure. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Looking for space to the left. Touchdown time! Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Sends it back in motion. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a...
There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Powers forward. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
29 Philly.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He's loose down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. Finds some room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And in that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Russell. Deep shot for the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get...
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Hand off from the shotgun. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Smashes through the tackle. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for the...